Good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Patti with your Wednesday morning check-in for Wednesday, October 7th. Hope you've had an awesome week since I've seen you last. I'm here from my house again, so in case you hear a dog bark or see one pop into the screen, I apologize, but that's my world some mornings. So that's how we come. Today, I want to talk to you about our mission statement. The mission of Christ Lutheran Church says, our mission. It doesn't say my mission or your mission. It says our mission is strengthening individuals and families as we experience together the promise and power of God's love. How often in our life, and I know those of you who know me know I'm probably more guilty of this than any of you, so I own it. But how many of you sometimes just say, oh, it's just easier for me to do it, or I'll do it so it's done right? How many times do we say that? I think we say it more than we realize, and maybe sometimes it's in our head and even in our heart sometimes, but it doesn't come out, but it's seen by others. And so as we're talking about our mission statement and we're talking about the strength that we can have as a community in faith and who we are as a community in faith, it's important to realize that no matter whether you're in church, at work, or at school, or at home, there should be that we philosophy, that we and not me. You know, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I was a better fourth grade teacher when I worked with my two other team teachers than I was by myself. When we put that we together, we were unstoppable. And you can ask them, last year was probably the best year until COVID hit, but we were unstoppable. And I find that no matter where we are, when my husband and I choose to work together on a project, it goes much better than when one of us just does it. Think about your life. Doesn't that hit home? When you know you can work with somebody or other people, first, it sometimes gets the project done faster. It might actually get the project done better. And honestly, I think it's more fun to be and work with everybody. And that's what we want to focus on as we're talking about the strength that we have as a congregation in our mission. You know, it's football season, and for those of you who know me, that is my absolutely favorite time of year. I want to tell you a little story. Think about this scenario of a football team. The football team comes out on the field, and the players are all lined up, and the coach takes the field, and only the coach. The commentators are confused. The crowd, we're going to pretend there's a crowd. It's always nice to have a crowd there, is confused. And he hikes the ball to himself, and he starts to carry it, and then he gets totally attacked by the other team. He couldn't do it all. He could not carry that ball in that team by himself. So let's go into this next scenario. So the coach realizes this isn't working. So he goes ahead and he puts all his players out on the field. Everybody go, everybody out there. So they huddle and they huddle and they keep huddling, and the buzzer goes off. And I know you football people are going to go, there's probably a better word, Pastor Patti, and you're right, but I don't have it. The buzzer goes off, and they're in this holy huddle. They're there together, they're talking, they're laughing, they're having a great time. You know, when we as church members do that, we have that holy huddle, that means nobody else can get inside with us. Nobody else can hear our mission and see our mission and know what it means to be a child of God. So the holy huddle this football team had got them a lot of penalties. It didn't help them even score in the game, let alone win the game. It was not an effective strategy. So the coach tries one more strategy before halftime. He breaks up the huddle. No more huddles, play ball. Well, this group came out of the huddle. Oops, sorry. And then this group came out of the huddle. And so they have all their little groups on the field. The other team's lined up, ready to go. And all the huddles are doing are whispering and talking and fighting and pointing fingers at each other. There's no teamwork. There's no nothing. Not a successful team, was it? Halftime comes. Everybody goes to the locker room. And after halftime, the coach brings his team out on the field. They line up and they play football. They play with heart. They play with passion. And the referee walked over and said, "Can you tell us what happened, Coach? How did this happen from where we started with you on the field to the small groups fighting?" And the coach said, "I took them in at halftime and we had a talk. Each person has a job. Each job is important." And they got motivated when they got together and talked for a common purpose. And they're ready to work together. And I think that's a lesson that is we're talking about the strength of Christ Lutheran Church and the strength of our mission statement. That, it doesn't matter whether you're in church, at home, at school, at your job, working together, leaning on each other, and understanding who we are is much more than who I am or who that holy huddle is. I hope that this gives you something to think about this week. I know during COVID, it's been so hard for everybody out there, whether you're at home or at school or at work or at church. And I think if we could look at our strengths and our gifts, which we're going to this coming Sunday, and talk to each other and work as a team, it's going to be amazing. God bless you, and I hope you have an awesome week. Bye-bye.